Hey, this is Swaggers, and we are now on Mission 3, The Good Doctor. And again, I'm not really going for collectibles and bone charms and that kind of stuff, but, you know, when they're right below you at the start of the mission, we'll go ahead and grab them. I have discovered that these are completely random, so what I have is not necessarily what you're going to have. I put on Swift Shadow, and I should have put on The Undertaker too, because that is just a bonus of moving faster while you're carrying a body, which is good for our stealth walkthrough. And because I don't have powers, I don't have any way to get back up there without going around to the side here swimming. So, the bone charms are random. You could have, I think whether it's corrupt or not is set. Those are all in the same place, but exactly what you get has changed depending on the walkthrough I'm on. You know, what playthrough, what save file, all that stuff. So we're going to come in to the kitchen area in the back here. And again, we're playing on very hard, and we have no powers. So we're doing a complete stealth walkthrough. No kills, never spotted. Fun times. There's so many times I'm like, oh, if I had a power, this section would be so easy. I wouldn't say it's crazy complicated. There are a lot of paths. But at the same time, there's areas where the game's like, no, we really want you to go in here and do this. Grab some money, which I'm not really too worried about. And then eating just replenishes your health. So not a lot of reason to do that because we're never going to get seen. But you can take some falling damage, and also the blood flies can hurt you. We're going to come into the kitchen area here, and we got to listen to the staff have a little conversation about the good old times and how things have changed here in Addermire.
Cooking for the sick, discussing recipes with Dr. Hypatia. Now I feel useful.
Hypatia.
As bad as things have gotten, they'd all be worse without a job.
And then he will walk to she, one of them will walk to the side. Now this area is a little bit tricky. We're going to hang out here because there's a guy, a soldier that's going to come around. And hopefully you have sleeping darts like I have. The one thing about this is that knocking people out takes time. We're going to pull him back here to the corner. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go around to the right here and grab one of the maps because that's actually an objective. It helps pull some things up, makes mission motion a lot easier. And we're going to pull out the sleeping darts. This guy, there are 3 guys to the left, kind of playing a game, having lunch, I don't know. But they can kind of see you here. This is maybe a good place for a save. But they will never see that body. See how he just kind of starts to notice? If you were to pick that body up, they would have almost immediately see you. So we're going to leave that body and hope that for the next hour, they don't care about that guy at all. And they don't. That guy is talking to a dog. We're going to come up here, and there's a guy coming down the stairs. So we just need to kind of activate that. And then we're going to go back here underneath and wait for him to come down and move on. So we can go downstairs. Again, if we had powers, as soon as he passes by, we could just blink right past him. But we don't. There he comes. And again, people have really good eyesight. So, yeah, he's already like, wait a second. Which I could see. This is a wide open, you know, steel elevator shaft. It's not exactly very covert. Now he's got to kind of decide, okay, never mind. It was nothing. And he moves on, and he will never be an issue again. So, another flight up from us are 2 guys playing dice, I believe, on the stairs. So we're going to take the elevator. So this is one case where you're kind of like, this is probably the one case where you're like, they probably should see me. Okay, I'm going to show you. 2 guys right here just kind of hanging out. And I'm looking for a way to get by, and I'm like, there's no way to get by. So we'll take the elevator, and we're going. We don't want to go all the way up to Hypatia's office because there's guys up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the floor below her. We're going to go to, the 3rd floor. So it's going to be by the guys. And again, we're standing right here. Never saw us. And then we're going to head upstairs. And then there's going to be two guards having a conversation. And so we kind of, again, we got to get up high enough that we can get that conversation started. And then we're going to pull back because they're, you can see them right there. And one of them is not going to go into her office. He's going to go into the right side. Again, never to be seen again. And the other guy will kind of check out her office door, and that's when we're going to take her out. Take him out.
Got it. I think I understand, sir.
So here he comes. And in there he goes. And you just take a second. And there's the... who did kind of see us. Yeah, let me take you... I don't... We're very good pickpockets. How we managed to grab that gun when he had both hands, you know, on top of it. So, you can either take him kind of up the stairs. This time I took him up the stairs. You can also just take him into her office with you. There's a note that she's going to be downstairs. We got to go in and get the key. There's a side objective for thoroughly investigating her office. I don't really know what they're looking for. Search Dr. Hypatia's office. But all we really need in here to continue the mission is the key. And then we're going to go down one floor. Into recuperation. Where there are just a ton of blood flies. But they're also going to be really nice to you because they're going to give us everything we need to get past those blood flies, which is all this flammable liquid and then a couple more incendiary darts. So we're going to head to the left side and just take out these groups. Boom, take out the nests. And then we'll switch to the incendiary bolts. And one blood fly is not something you need to worry about. Take out that nest there, and then that should be all we need to do. And we can move on. Here, we just want to drop down. And then just have a little talk with her.
I've gotten some... Are you a patient?
We'll have a quick conversation here where we find out the poor doctor is not quite herself anymore. Very sad.
Do you cover your face because you were hurt?
No. I do not need any medical attention from you, lady.
Than anyone likes to admit.
I'm not here for treatment. I'm looking for Anton Sokolov.
Sokolov. Yes, he was here for a short time, but she took him away to see Kieran Jindosh. Do you hear something?
Kieran Jindosh mission is the one from,
The crown
not the
killer
demo, but
that named
the one they
all the
released to
newspapers.
show everyone, which is the Clockwork Mansion.
Oh, yes, the murders. I was in Dunwall, studying diseases found among whaling crews. Wait, did someone just call me? I've been forgetting things. The Crown Killer is an interesting case. I feel almost
I'm
sure.
gonna take that.
It's just
Yeah, no.
I used
No,
to do
thank
such
you.
hard work, and now my memory is...
I already ate today.
Who is that calling me? Excuse me.
Okay, so she's a little looned. So what we're going to do is head to the back here, and we need to talk to her assistant, who Vasco, who is looking a little worse for the wear.
Are you all right?
He's definitely not all right.
She's the crown.
Okay, so we get the little message here. Yeah, she's the crown killer
She'd
because of the disease.
trying to help the miners. The first version caused horrible changes.
What's
to her
interesting
body.
is that the first version messed her up, but she still managed to apparently make a version that actually saved people
She's
before completely freaking out.
in my safe. In disease treatment. You'll
So he's managed to get the cure made, the counter serum, but not before she ripped him apart. Now, this is Dishonored, so I don't know how much of that face stuff is because of the damage or because he's just a weirdo. Oh, it just got a case thrown at us. Okay, so again, we're going peaceful style. Now, this one I'm okay with. Like Mortimer, you know, personally, I would murder that guy. He just effed up your family. He's killed a bunch of your friends. Total would have murdered him. The doctor here was obviously conned into this, so it's not her fault. She's gonna have to live with her choices and what she did. But I'm okay in this situation. I'm very pro. Let's go save her life. So we got to go down a floor, which means we need to get below the guys hanging out on the stairs. And the situation here is they can see the door. First, we're going to the right here. There's not a real need to take this enemy out, but also let's not worry about getting caught. So what we want to do is we want to be very careful, very slow, and just open the door. And then we're going to back up because you can see that soldier there. He will see the door coming. There's going to be an elite guard that's going to come talk. And then she's actually going to path down here. Now, on this table here, you can get this chloroform, which would have been... It's an interesting way to try to take them out, but it's never worked successfully without alarming people. So we're pulling back here to this side area, and we have to wait for two people. The elite guard's going to come down the hall, but not actually come outside here, and then she's going to turn around and go about her business. The guard will eventually, you'll hear him say, "Hey, who opened the door?" He'll come down, do a little path. Yeah, right there. Who opened this door? Okay, so he's going to come down, look around, wait his little time, and then head back in, and that's when we'll go in after him and take him out, and then the elite will be inside the doctor's office. So we're not going to actually have to use any sleeping darts.
I don't like that.
He's just kind of chilling like a villain. And then he'll head back in, and we can take him out. And just leave him. Don't need to do anything. There's a guy called Henderson in the room there that says you can quote-unquote talk to him. I've never been able to get him to say anything. That might be some kind of side mission. Maybe you can use the serum on him too. I don't know. But the other guard is just in here looking at the case here. Take her out. And then Vasco gave you the code for the safe here, and you can also go back into your mission clues and see that it is 902. Again, I don't know if it'll be 902 for you. It's been 902 on this save every time, but again, I haven't started over an actual hole, and I just went right past the 2. Fun. I have an issue where in the menus, I cannot use the right trigger on my Elite controller. I have to use left trigger in the menus. Very interesting. Obviously, right trigger works in the game. And then a solution doesn't do us anything because we're not using powers. Okay, so we come in here, we grab the syringe, we're going to go back out. There's a dead body in this room here that we need to, with a lot of blood flies, that we need to extract the blood from.
Hope this works.
Okay, and then go back into the room where we got the syringe. And there's a couple steps. We need to put it into a beaker, heat it up, and then we'll go back and, yeah, base serum. And then we'll go back and save the day. Okay, step 1. Step 2, turn on the burner. And then once that fills up, we'll grab it. And then now we just have to head back
For her sake.
to the doctor and save her life. You know, because we're lifesavers. You also need to save her life for, there's an achievement. And I'm going to kind of go back around. Just, you don't want to get seen. Back up to recuperation. Okay, and then we're hugging the left wall again. Same way we got here. And then I'm going to go down the stairs. She has a path that just kind of rotates around that room and the hall. And it's, if she's in the back area, you can just drop down and jump back there and stalk her from behind. She's already kind of on her way out here, so we're just going to wait here. Now, once she gets to that center island, she turns pretty quick. So you want to move as soon as she came out like that. Just follow her right out. Otherwise, she's going to turn and see you. Okay, so at this point, we're done. We've rescued the crown killer. You think it would say, you know, Dr. Hypatia there. We rescued the doctor, or you killed the crown killer.
Yes. I'm sorry. Something's.
And by rescuing her, she's now going to be available in the Dreadful Whale for another achievement, which is to talk to her. So you can only do that, obviously, if you save her life. So before we leave here, we're going to go into her office. She has a painting. She has a corrupt bone charm, which we really don't use because I don't like the negatives. And then we need to just get out of here. Just letting the menus pop. Want to get that check mark. Yeah, return. So there's a watchtower that I don't even know how we know about, but there's a watchtower that we got here. Oh, we got here on the trolley. Yeah. Okay, so painting. You know, worth $200. Corrupt bone charm, which now I'll realize I should have added the Undertaker, which is speedy. But we're not taking that. And then there's also a audiograph if you want to listen to that about someone coming and taking Sokolov. So we're heading back down to the first floor. And there's still some blood flies on the left there. The main hall. We're going to head outside, knock someone out, go for a little swim. And then the rest of the mission getting out of here is pretty simple. There's two guards to the left having a conversation, but they're not going to bother us. Oh, look how speedy we are now that we have that mortician charm or whatever it was called. Okay, over the fence, and we're on the rocks here. You can actually jump into the water at any point, but there are... I haven't been ever attacked by the, fish in this area, but I know it is a possibility. So, the watchtower is right there, and you can see the light. Now, if you do get seen by the light, one, it's going to count as being spotted, and two, the thing shoots out missiles at you. So we do want to be careful about where it's pointed at all times. It doesn't go too far in the water, but if it does go to this right side where we're coming out of the water. So you just want to be sure that it's pointing away from you when you get out. Okay, and then we do want to crouch here because there is a guy up on the watchtower right now. See? So it just hits the water there. And then we are going to be using this those stairs there, which it also gets shown. So we're going to take this guy out and just kind of move him back so he doesn't fall off and hurt himself. And then we're going to have a little bit of a wait here while we wait for the watchtower to go past. Fully automated, too. What a modern marvel. Okay, so up the stairs, and then we're going to have another situation here where there's going to be a guy leaning against a rail, and there's no way for us to choke him out. So we will need our sleeping darts here. So there's definitely some work in this game to be had on the getting people unconscious, because there's no way I could find to take this guy out without shooting him. So that guy looking out over the water, he's going to path away to give us a little more freedom of motion. And don't shoot these guys in the head because it just dings off the helmet there.
Oh, if only something would happen around here. Doesn't it? A circus.
Okay, come on, dude.
Excitement.
Go look out over somewhere else. Oh, there you go. There he goes. Sleepy time. And okay, now we're gonna go take this guy out. And then I don't know how good your jumping is. It's not a hard jump, but we need to get over to the tower. And then just open up the whale oil tank side and then just get rid of that. Kaboom! And then you'll be able to see that Megan's already on her way now. She was waiting for you, so let's just... I tried to jump to the water a couple times, never could quite make it. And there you go. That is the end of Mission 3. If you've been waiting for this, sorry for the delay. I've actually had it done for a while. Just had to get this audio part done. And I will be moving on to the next missions. And again, you can see here at the end, after this little talk, that I did get Ghost and Merciful. So we are still 3 for 3. No spots, no kills. Thanks for watching. Please comment, please subscribe, please like, all that stuff. Really appreciated. Thanks again.
But Hypatia was the crown killer. What? I don't believe you. The Duke tricked her into injecting herself with a flawed version of her serum. It changed her, but there was an antidote, so she's alive. If she remembers the murders, she'll have to deal with that. What about Sokolov? They gave him to a man named Kiran Jindosh. Do you know him?
Everybody knows him. The grand inventor of Zirconos.
Then he's next. Let's hope Anton's all right.